The Astros lost, guys. The Astros lost. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. This music's too loud on my speakers. There we go. What's up, guys? Good morning. The Astros lost, guys. The Astros lost. I'm disappointed. There we go. I gotta turn this down a little bit. It's too loud. I need my coffee this morning, too. There we go. But yeah, guys, the Astros lost, man. The Astros lost. I blame it on the relief pitchers and the curse of the home field. You know, I blame it on both. It's the relief pitchers' fault. On both sides, it came down to really the batters. I would say the fielding was even. Maybe Houston had a slight edge in fielding, but I think the batters, obviously. I mean, I think we should have let Greinke keep playing, honestly. That's right, Cat. Yeah, man. I feel like I know some of y'all too, bro. Honestly. I see the same people every day. You know what's funny? Mitch is like a partner in this YouTube, and I've never actually met him in real life. Mitch used to be Mitch used to be in the comment section, and we became trading buddies when I first started this channel, and now he's part of it. And so that's an interesting fact here too. I've never actually met Mitch. For the longest time, I thought he could be a catfish, you know, but he wasn't. Yeah, man. Alright, guys. I'm bummed out, man. The Astros lost. I'm not that bummed out because here's the thing, right? We won 2 years ago, and I witnessed that live, and so I've seen the Astros win the World Series live. You know, like I said, it was time, I guess. I mean, it was time, you know. The Montreal Expos won the World Series, you know. 14 years after they moved to Washington. And so it is what it is, I guess. Alright. Alright, this thing looks kind of funny here. I'm gonna go get my glasses, guys. I'm gonna go grab my glasses. I'm gonna go get some coffee. and I'll be right back to review all of these gappers. For the time being, we can take a look at AGRX moving. Penny stock looks like it's almost certainly either a buyout or a split of some sort. We got DRNA gapping up some, OLED, SPWR, which looks good, INOV, DT, MC, NE, and what's with all the two-letter rhymes with TC and E? TEN, there we go. TEN, EGHT, LITE. So yeah, this is what we're watching this morning, guys. Here's the market. Market is down, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my coffee, cry a little bit because the Astros lost, and yeah, I'll be right back.
What's up? What's up, man?
All right, guys. Mitch is gonna hold it down while I go get my coffee.
All right, everybody hear me all right? All right, traders. Good morning and welcome to another trading day here. Thursday. Halloween, Halloween. Where's my costume? What's going on, guys? Who's dressing up today? Do we got any ghosts? Any ghost trading? All right, guys. So another fun day here. Let's go ahead and start breaking down some stocks here, see what we can find here. All right. Well, Gareth, if you want me to check out that stock, just go ahead and put up the ticker. Don't mind checking it out. Was just checking out some stocks, the guys that are up on the year. Biotechs. That's one thing I like to look at. Check it out here. Uh, these are stocks that have, they're hitting the 52 weeks high. One that I like is VRTX. Look at this rip out, guys. This thing's been ripping out lately. Nothing but bullish run here from 186 all the way up there to 200. It's going to be a big level. And then we got stocks that are down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. Let's check some out here. Oh, this one's an old one that you guys might know of. Ever heard of DFFN? Look at this stock. This stock's now underneath $1 here, guys. Now down to 60 cents there. And this was a stock that at one point had spiked to $11. These are those penny stock moves, guys, that go crazy. Look at this chart, man. 11 pops up to 7. Now down to 60 cents. Just shows you that those biotechs can be very volatile, guys. All right, so let's go into a little bit more today, guys. All right, so we got a lot of kind of news between Facebook and Twitter here. Facebook kind of up on the day here, guys. We'll go ahead and look at in the intraday chart. You'll see a nice spike on the intraday chart on Facebook. This was a spike that happened based on Twitter. Twitter announced that they are going to stop political ads, and Facebook during their earnings call, they asked Zuckerberg if he was going to do the same. and he said, nope, they'll definitely be doing political ads and getting that revenue. So with that being said, Facebook took it well, and as you guys can see, Twitter did not. Twitter gapping down there to 28.63s. $30 was a key price point in Twitter. Had a lot of support there. We wanted to see if it was going to get back above 30s, but as you can see, we cracked down today with that negative news, and we'll go ahead and see how bad it negatively affects them here. It's kind of interesting, political kind of advertisement. Right now a lot of the platforms are getting hit on because they just don't know how to police it or how to kind of manage it the correct way. A lot of stuff gets through the censorship, and then there's also accusations of countries kind of influencing these platforms and getting kind of that influence over our voters.
All right. All right, guys.
So we'll go ahead and see how that affects Twitter and Facebook today.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and run through some news if you haven't already. Let me see.
Just started on the kind of bigger stock news, Twitter and Facebook. Okay. Then you can move into other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got DRNA, we got AGRX. If you like penny stocks, I'm pretty sure AGRX is going to be a it looks like a split of some sort. Let me look up the actual news, but I'm pretty sure it's a split. It could be an acquisition to AGRX. Yeah, resumed trading. Let's see for what. All right, so maybe not. I mean, it says it announced a favorable outcome of the FDA advisory committee meeting for its investigational transdermal contraception patch, Tworla. The BRUDAC voted 14-1 with one abstention that the benefits of Tworla in the prevention of pregnancy outweigh the risks to support approval. And I guess that's good. Like I said, though, this is a very strange gap up. It's from 35 cents all the way to 165. And while it's a good gap up, the thing that's strange about it, I guess it was halted and so it resumed, but it looks like a split. To the point where I almost don't believe... I believe this, but I feel like it has to have something else here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just a split, but this looks very similar to or maybe it is just the news, but it looks very similar to a split. Anyways, we'll move on. AGRX, DRNA gapping up, looks all right. I'm looking at SPWR because I know this one is tradable, and this one's gapping up from $8.40 to $9.50. It's gapping up $1.10 here, and this one is gapping up after Q3 results that beat their expectations, and so the stock is up a solid amount. It produced a net income of 7 cents per share compared with a loss of 29 cents per share for the same time previously. And that was obviously ahead of the analyst estimates of 2 cents a share in a Capital IQ poll. Revenue rose to $476 million from $436.3 million a year ago, and it's also slightly above the $475.3 million estimate. So positive results for SPWR. We'll see what we get with this one. It should be interesting. We're definitely keeping an eye on it for sure. We also have DT here. DT gapping up. Let me see if I can find the catalyst for this one. DT is up. Similar, very similar. Strong fiscal year 2020 adjusted EPS, which is good Q3 revenue as well. So solid results for DT as well. I don't really like this gap up though, so we'll move on. We got TEN here, TEN gapping up. I don't really like that one either. I think I'll just move on from it. Just boring gap up. INOV, same thing. We got MC here, EGHT. A lot of people were talking about XNET yesterday, XNET, and so we can look up the catalyst from yesterday for XNET. All right, so they put out a release yesterday that said that they were going to set up a $100 million fund to invest in blockchain technology. And so this one should be interesting as well. We'll see what happens with it too. That's basically the catalyst for this one. We got MC, we got NE, KHC. KHC is looking interesting here. Is this the... I was going to say KFC, but it's not. It's KHC. This is Kraft Heinz. So Kraft Heinz is up after they topped projections on EPS, but they missed on revenue. But it's still up to show it. So we'll see what happens with KHC as well. We got CRUS gapping up a little bit. We got LITE. LITE looks good. I'll review this one too. LITE is up after they saw adjusted second quarter EPS of 120 to 135 versus the 110 estimate, and sales of 445 million to 460 million versus the 429 million estimate. So better than expected results for LITE. We'll watch this one as well. We also have C-Day. I've traded C-Day before. We got Ears, which I believe is Turtle Beach. No, here is Turtle Beach. Then we got MUR gapping up. So yeah, the rest of these are kind of, they're all right. We got Lyft. Lyft is moving up. We'll see why. Lyft price target was raised to 75 from 74. Certain people are actually cutting the price target, and some people are maintaining it at a buy. So Goldman Sachs upgraded them. UBS cut their price target. Very confusing. So Lyft raised its outlook for this year, and it also built on recent Wall Street momentum with results that showed a 63. And this is from, let me go ahead and quote this since I'm just going to be reading from it. This is from Dow Jones Newswires. And it says, Lyft Incorporated raised its outlook for the year and built on recent Wall Street momentum with results that showed a 63% increase in revenue and more earnings per rider using its ride-hailing app. The results prompted Lyft to improve its full-year guidance for the second quarter in a row, and the company said it expects an annual revenue of $3.57 billion to $3.58 billion, up from $3.47 billion to $3.5 billion a year ago. It trimmed its estimate for adjusted annual losses of $708 million to $718 million, compared with the previous guidance of $850 to $875. So yeah, kind of mixed results for Lyft, and that is from, again, that's end quote, and that is from Dow Jones Newswires. So we'll see what happens. It could be interesting here for Lyft and the other rideshare stocks. We got SUNW.
Yeah, Lyft also got an analyst upgrade. That's also another thing.
Yeah, well, like I said, they have a few upgrades and then they have downgrades too. So they have the price target. Stifel Nicholas maintained a buy on them, but they lowered the price target. D.A. Davidson raised the target to 75 from 74. They also maintained at a buy rating. They were also upgraded. I saw that somewhere. They were upgraded and downgraded by two different analysts, and then they were raised and then cut from two different analysts as well. So it's kind of it's interesting, and it kind of is what we see with pre-market and extended hours trading, which is up and then down and then up again. Oh my gosh, I hate this house phone. It's like, stop calling me, man. I'm working right now. If I don't answer my cell phone, don't call my house phone.
There's a snow day, man. There's a snow day.
Honestly, it's not the school. It might be the school. Hopefully, it is the school. It might be. I don't know. They're not at school right now. They had what's called late start today, so they don't go to school till 9 a.m. this morning, which is 8 a.m. here now. So yeah, they're actually home today. They're chilling right now.
That sounds like my kind of day. Late start.
Man. Right. Hey, appreciate the sub. Click. Welcome to the Z, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Whoever invented that, let them get extra lunch.
Honestly, well, here's the issue. Here's the issue with schooling in general, right? This is the issue with schooling in general. Waking up early is not what kids need to do. Like kids when they're growing, when kids are getting older and they're growing, they're not supposed to be waking up that early. The reason teenagers love to sleep late is because that's how they are biologically programmed to grow faster and to grow better. So you're not supposed to wake up at 6 a.m. as a teenager. That's the wrong thing. Somebody's making bad decisions over here for our children, and it bothers me because it's like, look, man, let the kids sleep in. If they want to sleep in, let them sleep in because that is biologically bad for them to wake up early, But nope, kids got to wake up at 6 a.m. for some reason. I get it. We're trying to condition them to work and everything, but nah. Anyways, moving on. You can see Lyft. It's kind of up and down a little bit in pre-market. It's technically up some. It closed at 44.11 and now it's at 45.79. My daughter's gonna hear me saying that and be like, yeah, don't make me wake up early. All right, what's up, Adam? What's up, Joseph? What's up, Addedly? What's up, bro? I mean, that's possible too, Luke. That's possible, but I'm just saying they're not really supposed to wake up. I remember I would go to bed early and then I would be really, really tired, and I hated my mom for making me get up early every morning. And you're biologically prone to want to sleep as a teenager because you're growing a little bit faster than everybody else, and so you're going through these different changes that your body needs sleep and rest for. And so forcing them to wake up early is like the bad move. I'm not saying don't make them wake up early. I'm saying don't make them wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m. That's too early. Let them sleep. Their body's growing. Let them sleep. Anyways, let's look at the overall market news. I tried to look at some gap downs. I'm really not seeing too many big ones here. We got W, which is Wayfair.com. Let me see.
Yeah, so Wayfair is a big loss on earnings.
Yep.
So one of the biggest things with Wayfair is their overall growth has come down to the point where even kind of long investors, big bullish people that have been on Wayfair are looking at it and really concerned about this stock. One of the key things is that this stock has a lot to do with kind of higher end purchases, kind of furniture. And so when you start struggling in sales, it's kind of going to be difficult to really capitalize on your earnings just based on the fact that, the trade war has a lot to do with this also. I think Wayfair gets a lot of their products from China. And so with that, my girlfriend buys a lot of stuff from this place. So I feel like I know a little bit more about this place, but it's definitely struggling. You can see the drops. The drops have been big. When this drops, it's $10 drops. And we could see what can happen in this. But $100, big support on this stock. And we're going to see if it's going to break through today and just keep on coming down. That $100 is now gonna use that as resistance, and we'll see if it continues down. The stock definitely gonna have momentum today. As you can see, traders have already gotten in here pre-market. You see the volume at the close match some of the volume that was in pre-market at 835. So a lot of traders in this big moves. This thing is bouncing from 80 all the way up there to 87. In just a couple candles. So be careful there, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I would be watching it for sure as well. Let's see what else we got. We got MMSI. MMSI gapping down a little bit here. I'll probably look up this one, and then I'm just going to look up the overall market news. Some people are saying AGRX is tradable in TEFs. Let me check it out real quick.
No, it's not. No. It's not.
Liars.
No, I think he was asking if it was tradable.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah, no,
Got me excited. I was like, am I going to get to trade a penny stock today? I seriously doubt I would. It was 30 cents before today. What is MMSI? So Merit Medical earnings came out They saw fiscal year 2019 EPS guidance from 174 to 197 to 140 to 146, so lower. They also had cuts in guidance, which was that sales from basically 1.007 billion to 1.029 billion, so better than expected, or better than last year's sales. Or no, worse than expected sales. So it went from 1.007 to 1.029 to 986 million to 995 million, so a little bit worse than expected. Their estimates were 1.01 billion, so bad results for MMSI. That's what's going on for this one. And now we can look at the overall market here. Let's see what we get with the overall market. All right, so first things first here, we've got a few different things that we could take a look at. The first one is, I'm just going to go ahead and read MT Newswire's breakdown, and it says, quote, U.S. stocks were set for a downbeat session Thursday on uncertainty surrounding the U.S.-China trade deal, overshadowing strong quarterly results from Apple and Facebook. Dow futures fell 0.2%, S&P futures were down 0.2%, NASDAQ futures were down 0.1%. And earlier today, Bloomberg did report, citing unnamed sources, that Chinese officials doubt a trade deal with the U.S. will happen. Oil prices were down as well, with global benchmark Brent crude down 0.2% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate down 1.2% recently after official data showed a surprise build in U.S. crude stockpiles, end quote. And again, that is from MT Newswires, kind of breaking down what's going on in the market right now. You can see the SPY is slightly down, down from 304.14 to 303.90. So we'll see what we get with that one as well. Let me see. Yeah, sure, I got you. Just, Matt, if you're not in our Discord, just join it, and I'll send you the link, man. But yeah, man, the Astros, man. Greinke was doing well, man. He was in the zone, man. And they take him out, and they put in. Man, I'm just our reliefs gave the game up. Our reliefs lost the game for us. I'm just disappointed, man.
I think your blame needs to be on the horse himself.
It's the coach, right? 100%.
It's Verlander.
Man. Oh,
it's Verlander.
Nah, man. Verlander had the chance to finish it in Game 6, and I understand that. But listen,
2 losses, though. 2 losses in the World Series, man. He's not good in the World Series. I love the guy,
man. Dude, he's done everything but win a World Series. Everything
and
but
I feel
win.
for him.
Yeah,
I feel for him because he's that good. But,
right.
I mean, 1 win there, Game 6 is over.
He's like Tom Brady if he never won a World Series. You know what I mean? Like, that's Verlander. He's one of the best pitchers ever, just never won. And he's getting up there to where I don't know if he's going to.
You know what he reminds me of? It's kind of tough, but I hope he wins,
Yeah.
Like Peyton Manning.
Right,
exactly. Peyton Manning struggled so much in the playoffs.
Exactly.
But he's that good.
Right, he's so good, man.
I still want him as my quarterback.
Right. Yeah, man. It's just disappointing.
Hey, it's how it goes, man. And I was swinging in the whole series. I honestly didn't know who was going to win near the end, especially near, let's say, Game 4 and Game 5 were kind of really interesting. Kind of the turnaround,
right.
And seeing that every single game was won by the road team.
Right, that's crazy, man. The curse of the road.
Ever have I ever seen home field advantage not play a single advantage.
Yeah, man. It was weird, man. It was very strange. Just very weird, you know.
Especially if there is going to be a home field advantage, I would say top 3 Astros in the major league.
Yeah, Minute Maid Park's no joke, man. You know.
Yeah, to play there is difficult. Yeah. It's loud.
Yeah, it's like LSU's Death Valley. You know, it's tough, man. But
it goes to show you guys, you know, you can have the best team. You can have everything, even a good strategy, but we have to execute.
Yeah, it's
and
the
that's
pitchers,
just what
man.
happened.
I blame the pitchers.
Yep, there was I think it's also decisions made by the coach at that point in time. Who to bring in is very important. I think Cole should have been in. I think you lose with
Cole
that guy on the mound.
Yep.
I think when you lose with that guy on the mound, you're not double thinking it today. But when you lose with one of your weaker relievers on the mound,
Yeah, man.
that just, and especially the guy that's had already a couple losses in the
In
postseason.
the right in the series, man. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Greinke was on fire, man. They should have left him in. I mean, I know he was tired by the seventh inning, but he was doing really well just because he put one run on out of 7 innings. He put one run on. You know, you got to give him a shot, man. He was in the
Uh,
zone. He was doing well. To throw what? Who did they throw in after him? They threw in what's his name, and he gave up like 3 runs instantly, and they took him immediately out. They put Asuna in. I can't remember who
mm-hmm.
it was. But he screwed it up, man. But again,
Yeah.
he did really well earlier in the series, so it's not even completely that reliever's fault. I can't remember the name. I'm drawing a blank for some reason. Let me look it up, and then we're gonna get back to the market. But Cole was warming up the whole game. They should have thrown him in, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, especially since he's gonna be gone, he won't even be an Astro no more.
Yeah, like they should have let him do it. You know.
He's gonna get a nice $150 million contract.
Yeah, I think it was Harris. Is who they threw in.
What's going on, Irina? Watch list today. Let's do it.
Yeah,
We'll scroll up and try to post it up again.
maybe it wasn't Harris. I don't know. Maybe it was. I think it was Harris.
Did we get our watch list up today?
No, not yet. Here, we'll post it.
We got you. Coming right up.
All right. Yeah, my watch list. I'll build it. We'll move on. I'll cry about the Astros all day. So we'll move on from that.
Oh, you want to do the Etsy talk? I could do some Etsy talk. You know, this is getting kind of maintains. I saw on the analyst. So Etsy, you know, this one's pretty down on the daily chart, but I think it has a lot of support here. So it's a little bit kind of one of those that you can still see the stock coming down, but there's going to be a lot of important levels now that it can bounce off of.
Here,
And when you have,
this is my list. My bad.
oh, you're good. When you have multiple layers of support, that's when a stock can kind of stop that momentum. You know, if a stock doesn't have that many supports below it, then that's when you get kind of the flushes down. A good example in a different asset class would be, let's say, Bitcoin. You know, when we didn't have historical pricings, we never saw supports hold. And, you know, and as you get historical pricing and you get what's called multi-layered supports, multi-layered meaning that it's different runs. So stocks have a tendency of having, let's say, run ups and then pull backs, run ups and then pull backs. And so those runs ups give you different resistance points.
Yep.
And those resistance points actually make layers of support. And layers of support is what can actually hold a stock from just getting that kind of elevator move down. So we've seen elevator moves down to the supports. And the real key here is, are the continuous layers are going to hold. So the next layer I would look to crack would be that 50. And then after that, you got another layer down here towards the 42 level. And then from there, it goes all the way down towards 32. So that's what I mean by layers. There's like kind of these different levels that you need to look for and see how they're going to react at those specific price points. So Etsy, yeah, long term, I don't know if this stock's going to make it back. I think a lot of these retail stocks are having trouble. I mean, when you think about it, it's not just Etsy. I mean, Etsy's in kind of makeup, but and kind of Etsy's in also like kind of an online marketplace, and so that gives it a kind of beneficial. It's e-commerce, so it could come back, but a lot of these
I've bought
stocks
some
are
stuff on
having
Etsy before.
Yeah, I look. You know what's a stock that I didn't know about that's having trouble too? Look at this stock, Wingstop. Wingstop. Have you ever been to Wingstop?
Yes. They're
Yeah,
good. They're
man,
alright.
I didn't even know they had a stock.
I didn't. What's the name of it?
A wing, just
Oh.
like a wing.
Yeah.
Like you gonna eat a wing, man.
Like a chicken wing, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This
I
one
mean,
has
not that
very
much volume.
similar
Though.
charts. very very similar charts. I mean, just kind of compare it to like let's say another one that we know in the industry, Shack,
Shake
and
Shack.
then yeah, look how the kind of the weekly and the daily charts are kind of similar. A lot of these kind of retail stocks, I'm seeing kind of high points on their 52 week, like a big outreach, and then a big pullback right now. So it's going to be interesting
Yeah,
to
it
see
is.
if
Look, here's
stocks are going to
Shaq.
go up.
Here's Shaq, and then look at Wing. Shaq, Wing, Shaq,
Yeah,
Wing. So they look very similar. They do. The long-term daily chart does for sure.
yeah, I think it's a lot of these retail stocks. You know, they had a really good push in the kind of, we'll say from July to August, September. That's when we had kind of concerns about trade. I mean, the biggest concerns. That's when kind of the real negative news was coming out, and it's real interesting that they had runs at that point, and now they're pulling back. So it's going to be kind of one of those things to watch to see if how they react to trade news now, because they reacted really positive to negative trade news, and that's kind of confusing for investors.
Yep, for
It's
sure.
something to watch, and it just goes to show you that all catalysts don't have the same effect on every stock. That's really what I want to show here. You know, sometimes you can have the biggest bullish catalyst for the whole market overall, and a stock just get drilled. Good example of that would be BYND. You know, this is a stock, you know, that the story is down right now, and overall, the market's been going up. If you look at the market's been going up for what we've been on now.
Oh,
One, two, three, four
since the
straight
8th.
weeks.
Yeah, since the 8th.
A whole month of green candles on the weekly.
Yeah, man.
And then you look at a stock like BYND and you're like, well, how does this make sense? You know, this is a stock that's going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row.
Because it's a vegan food company that everybody hates. You know, that's what's going on.
Like the bullish catalyst in the overall market not affecting the micro of the stock itself because it has bigger catalysts that are driving the stock
Yeah.
than the overall market. That's what kind of what I wanted to get into today, guys. So you guys can always think about, hey, we have to think about it always as a kind of overall look and then also kind of a micro look into the
Yep.
stock itself and understanding how it's trading.
Yep. For sure. I did get into another trade yesterday too. Listen, man, that was my third green day this week. My last red day was Friday, and I recorded it all like I always do. Is this it? I don't think so. No, this isn't. Hold on, let me bring it up. I can pull it up. That's not it either. Oh, it's not going to be in recent files. It's going to be in videos. Okay, hold on. I'll pull it up. And like I said, everybody's like, oh, John, you've been losing. It's like, not really. I've been losing maybe on stream. Yesterday, my wife traded. Yeah, this was yesterday. So look, you guys could see this. Let me pull this up so you can see a little bit more. This was my trade after the stream yesterday. Like I said, I record everything. You can see I shorted Mattel, scaled into it. Look, that's me taking a picture of it. Yeah, there it is. So, look, fast forward. I caught this really nice drop here, which was a beautiful little fade for Mattel, which I might start looking at gap ups here. But, yeah, you can see I made, at the end of the day, I made about $91 on Mattel. I lost $17 on the one, I think AMD that open, yesterday open, right, is when I lost that 17 bucks with my wife, with Carol on stream. But yeah, not a bad day. You can see me taking pictures of it to post to Discord. But yeah, I record everything. Not a bad system so far, though. It's really been working out fairly well, honestly. I haven't lost this week. I've been able to rebound every day this week. Let's look at my account balance, see what it is after commissions. Because I don't think I took that big of sizing in Mattel. I don't think it was that big because I've been trying to trade these big range stocks so my commissions don't play as much of a factor. Let's see. Yeah, I'm at almost exactly 600. So that means I made about 60 bucks in net profit yesterday. So you can see I'm at 245.99, so almost 600 in profit. So we're still moving. We'll see what we get. What's up, Eagles? What's up, man? Am I gonna start trading off stream? I have been trading off stream some, and like I said, I'll start trading back on stream, once I'm a little bit more comfortable with it. But like I said, you just saw the recording of it, and I think I just need to be in the zone. You know, I made Scott a moderator, and so if we get any like trolls or haters or spammers in the chat, Scott will be here to delete it, and Mitch and I won't even have to like reference it. And I'll probably, if any OGs want to be a mod, let me know, because we could be that. Because that way Mitch and I can just focus on our trades too. And if Scott can't do it, no stress either. But it'll give us kind of another person to kind of watch for it. Scott's an OG. And so, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, I mean, basically, like I said, I can show you guys the way the system works. And I talked about it. I'm going to be uploading a video about it this weekend as well. But there's a few different things that have been helping me with these trades, specifically in this market. One of those things is I've been really trying to get into VWAP rejections a little bit more often, and I've been getting in fake out fades a little bit more often. General VWAP fades, where it just downward trend, pull back to the VWAP, those have been faking me out a ton in this market, as you could probably see. And so what I've been attacking with this new system, again, is VWAP rejections more so. Like this Mattel trade was right here. This is where I entered the position. I started to scale in right around this circle here. And those have been working much, much better. And so what I do actually is I keep myself a tight risk above me. In this case, like, I don't know where my risk was. I can't remember where I set my risk yesterday. It was probably right around the 70, maybe 65 level here. And I start to scale in here. This is what I do. I start to scale in here, and I'll add a little bit early. Like here, I'll start to add some at like 50. I'll start to add some at 48. I'll add a little bit more. And that way, if it does start to like go in my direction early, like if I get in at 48 or 47 and it starts to go in my direction early, that's fine. I'll still profit a small amount from that trade. But if it continues to move up closer to my maximum and preferred entry, then I can add in with full sizing and take a much larger swing. And so I'll add in, and then when it finally drops, you know, I make a much larger win from it. And the accuracy is able to compensate for, you know, maybe not the best risk reward in these trades. But again, I'm maintaining my risk at a very solid point. I'm keeping it at a very solid level. I'm not changing my risk once I'm in the trade and once I'm adding to it. And so this gives me the best chance of success because, again, if it flushes here, I'll make some. If it flushes here, I'll make a little bit more. But if it goes to my preferred entry and then flushes just a little bit, I'm still going to profit a solid amount from that trade. And like that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been working really, really well. And so it's still a work in progress though. And so we'll have to see how it does long term. But again, every day this week was green. Every day last week was green except for Friday using this exact system. And again, it mostly revolves around VWAP rejections instead of fades, and it also revolves around fake out fades. So like when a stock squeezes up above the VWAP and then gets rejected and comes all the way back down, I'm adding into it on these bounces back to the VWAP. So like once it goes up here and then gets rejected and comes all the way back down, I'm adding on these subsequent bounces back up to the VWAP up here. Like every time it bounces, I'm adding, and then rejection. And so those have been working very, very well too. Yeah, it's scaling in. We actually have a class on this, which I included a few little pictures from one of our old PowerPoints on scaling in position and size. And I can show you guys those here as well if you guys want to see them. Yeah, so I'll post this. Yeah, you want our Discord link? I got you. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's do it. But yeah, that's the whole point of scaling, and that's what I talk about in the video. But yeah, here's our Discord link if you want it. And remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. So if you want to watch us day trade the market live on stream every weekday morning for free on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We day trade the open for free. We're not experts or gurus. We just let people watch us trade. And so if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. Join us again. But yeah, let me open up PowerPoint here and I'll show you guys some of a little sneak preview of the video I'm putting out this weekend. All right, bro. Oh, man. Let me get this set up. Oh, wait, I don't have to open up PowerPoint because I snipped a picture of it when I was making my video yesterday. All right, let's get the scanners up. There we go. All right. Oh, I made this bigger the other day. All right, here we go. So what's up, Mitch? What's your main watch today, bro?
Main watch. I'd have to say I'm gonna probably try to watch Twitter, see if it's gonna bounce, but
Okay.
that's what I think is gonna happen. Trying to play more longs in this environment until we
Yeah.
finally get a breakdown back down underneath 300.
Yeah, I feel you. Especially if the SPY's ripping up, I think that only makes sense too. Yeah, here's an example of it.
4 weeks up. I'm gonna wait for a week down.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, look, here's an example of it. So like when you're getting in, you have your first entry, you know, like your first scaling in entry, and then you have your maximum entry up here, right? And you know, the reason you're getting in a little bit early is if this resistance here holds and it rejects a little bit early. That way you'll still profit a little bit if the trade moves in your direction earlier than expected. But if it does move up to this level, you can add a little bit more and make a little bit more from it. Here's another example of that here. Here's another example for a long. So if like you're waiting for it to pull back, you get your first entry here in case this level holds, you know, as resistance and we don't get that move. And then we have your maximum entry here as well. So works both ways. But it's just scaling in to give yourself a little bit better chance of success, I think. That's all I've been doing. But it's also been, there's another aspect to the system that I've been building. It's with scalping. So it's like, we're scaling in and then we're scalping out of it. So that both of those combined give you really high accuracy. And that's what I've been taking advantage of. And so I haven't been losing much with it. Oh, usually 1 minute is what I'm using. I'm mostly, with scalping, you're going to want to use 1 minute time frames. You know, I tried to teach somebody in the Discord this as well, but it's like, you want to let the time frame of your trade dictate the time frame of the chart, right? So like if you're day trading but you're scalping, 1 minute's probably going to be a little bit more favorable. But where if you're holding a stock for 10 to 30 minutes, you know, 5 minute might be favorable. If you're holding it for an hour plus, you know, 15-minute might be favorable. And so it depends on the time frame of your trade. That's going to dictate the time frame that you use for your chart. And since I'm scalping with this specifically, I've been using a 1 minute chart. And I like 1 minute a little bit more, but that's all preference more than anything. All right, guys. I'd talk about Fitbit. We can watch it at the open. Bell's coming up right now in 15 minutes. Let's take a look at it real quick. Fitbit, man. Honestly, I don't think Fitbit's going to survive. I don't think unless it evolves into something else, I don't think it's going to survive. And I'm saying this from personal experience. Last Christmas, my whole family got Fitbits. There's the bell. Everybody wanted a Fitbit. Now there's a Fitbit graveyard at my house. Nobody wants those things. Nobody wears those things, you know. And, yep. I think your phone is going to take it over. Yeah, I think your phone and your Apple Watch is going to make Fitbits obsolete.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I wouldn't even question that.
Right, and that's inevitable, I think. And so
you just can't compete with technology companies like Apple and Samsung.
For sure.
You're just not gonna compete with them.
Right.
I'm just gonna. We'll just be flat out.
We'll be real about it.
Yeah. It's like saying you're like one of these little biotechs and then going to compete with Johnson & Johnson.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Right. Let me find my watch list. What did I do with my watch list, guys? What was on my watch list? There it is. SPWR is one of my main watches. So I'm keeping an eye on SPWR. Look at that rip up at the open.
You know, it's one I wish I would have been getting into is Michael. Over the last 3 or 4 days, this thing's dropped big. From 11.10s all the way down now to $9. That's a pretty good drop for under the $10 stock.
Look at SPWR, man. SPWR is absolutely ripping, guys. Look at this one. It's up to 10.30, man. That one's just going crazy. here this morning, just ripping up here. Huge. It's a huge rip relative to the overall range of the stock. You know, like look how fast SPWR is going, guys. So watch that one. My bad. I didn't mean to change subjects. You say
No, you're
Michaels?
okay. Huge one to watch, guys. It's not tradable for me, but keep an eye on it. Traders out there that are not trading with TradeNet, SES got a big kind of upgrade. You guys can keep that one on watch. I don't think it's going to necessarily move today, but if it does move, this one has big potential moves.
Right. Let's watch it.
Huge,
What's up,
huge
gamer?
moves on the daily chart.
The problem I faced with scaling in is that I held, yeah, the PDT will stop you from doing the system I'm doing. So if you got to follow the PDT rule, the system I'm using is not going to work. You know, it's just not. The delay is anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute is where the delay is. I'll be right back. I gotta go to my morning bathroom break again. But I don't trade. I haven't been trading super early at the open anyway, so I'll throw Mitch up for now.
Seeing some good drops here out the open. Trying to find one to get in here for a fade here. Trying to find something here. Looking around here. All right, let's see what we find here. How's Twitter moving? There you go. Drop down there. All right, gonna watch Twitter here. It's near the support. This ETFC looks a little interesting, but I'm gonna let a third high get created here. AMD ripping up there, guys. Square with a nice push too. Man, cannabis still getting hit. Wish I would have been able to get that support breakdown on Tuesday. All right, guys, go ahead and call out any stocks that you guys see moving down there. Right now, I've seen a nice fade so far on CGC. Bounce there. Entry was somewhere in the 94s and 98s. Risk was $20, and it moved right back down towards the 75. There you go. We got that third up there for ETFC, and then a quick rejection there. Definitely looking good for the fade, but now we can only see it get up here probably towards that 41.90s, and we'd have to risk off of 42. Liking Twitter as it's starting to move back here, but I want to see if there's going to be some bag buyers. Let's see, Twitter chart here. Feel like we could get some bag buyers in this stock here. right, 5,000 shares going through there at ETFC at 41.89.50. So I'm gonna expect a small bounce here. Small bounce to 41.95s. If it rejects there, we could short it, knocking it back down to 75s.
All right, I put on some music. I'm gonna test to see how it sounds. Hold on. Alright, that should actually be fine. Where it's at now. Alright. Yeah, look at SPWR completely reversed here, team. Big reversal. Test, test. Test, test. There you go. Alright.
Alright. Would like to see the bid at 90 here on ETFC.
Here, go tell your mom, Maddie, okay?
Look like Twitter did a nice fade there. I didn't expect to. Had a lot of bag buyers, but that's the way it's been lately.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Roku bounced off the VWAP, or is bouncing in the process of it now at least. SPY slightly down. I'm watching SPWR here for a possible rejection, but we need that downward trend first. PCG's fading right now.
Sounded like things were getting wild over there. All right, liking this ETFC here. Need one bounce to 41.90s here. Want to get in at 41.90s.
All right. Yeah, Twitter actually had a nice little fade there.
My order is out here, but I might not get filled, guys. The spread's not helping me, really.
I'm kind of waiting. I'm not going to trade anything quite yet. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, I know, that's kind of why. I think the music helps for sure. I try to pick calming music that'll help kind of calm you down while you trade. And so I've had a lot of people say the music helps. I'm sure every other YouTuber is going to start using music with trading now, but I think I definitely think it helps.
Another fade on CGC. Been missing that one 3 days in a row. Shouldn't be missing that one.
I've kind of given up on cannabis stocks, man. The
Hey,
fades,
man.
at least.
You look at the last 2 days.
It has, yeah.
I think the real key is trend with
There's
cannabis
Twitter.
stocks.
Twitter back up to the VWAP.
If you look at the trend, that's what's important with the cannabis. You have to short it on the days that the daily chart is down. You can't try to kind of fight the trend in the cannabis stocks, because when they do trend, they trend pretty well. I mean, think about it. Trend for, what was this, 2 weeks straight up, and now it's trend 1, 2, 3, 4 days down. So that's definitely, I would feel tradable, as long as it keeps trend. But the hard part is, you have to trade it the right way, because if you try to fight trend on this one, that's what John's definitely seen lately. I've done it myself on CGC a couple times on that bullish run, so definitely can trap you.
A few people asking about raising the volume. I just tried to raise it a little bit here. I don't want to raise it too much to where you can't hear Mitch. And so just let me know if this volume's okay and you can still hear Mitch.
Short here off 42 here, guys.
Oh, okay.
500 shares. 42 is going to be the risk, guys. All right, push up there. If it fills here in 41.99, so we'll probably get that push through 42s, but we'll need to see the rejection here. The one that I like also is UPS. UPS I like also, but already in this one, so you just got to stick with one of them.
Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every single day on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications, come watch us trade, listen to music with us, talk about what we're doing here, talk about the market in general. Stream's been going great lately. We almost got 300 people in here, so let's keep growing, team. Smash that like button. Let's see Mitch's trade go his way. Looks like it might.
Yep. Just now basing it risk and reward, guys.
Nice little confirmation.
Risk and reward.
Nice little confirmation off your risk level there too.
Yep. Let's see if we get a move towards the 80s, and we'll take some profit here.
Here, can you guys hear Mitch? Here, I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be right back.
All right, guys, looking to take some profit here into this push down through the 85s.
Sorry guys, I'm muted because my son's throwing a fit right now on the floor of the of my office here. So
no stress. No stress. I'm gonna take some profit here, guys, as this breaks through here. All right, guys, taking a little bit off there, guys, at 81. Gonna let the rest of the trade work here, guys. Break even on the rest. $91s is our out, guys. This is right here. This is our entry, so we're gonna hold to it, guys, right at the VWAP. All right. So from this point on, I'm looking for it to break down through the 75. I could take profit at 41.75, but that's about the least I want to take here. I've already taken some profit right here at 80s. Looking for that next move down. There we go.
Looking solid,
got that
bro.
move here, guys. All right, and we're gonna get this breakdown here, and we're gonna take profit here into this breakdown. We really don't want to see it pop back over 41.80s. Want to see it hold 41.75s here and push through. Finger on the trigger to cover just in case we're going to get above 41.80s, but I'm looking for it to get continuous momentum. All right, guys, taking profit there, guys. 75s. I'll take that. Starting to hold here at the low of the day. Instead of looking for the home run, I'll take the base hit. Not bad. $62 to start the day. 500 shares, smaller share size. Let's just go ahead and focus and try to find another good trade like this. Good entry, good risk point, reward. That's what matters, guys. Risk and reward here, guys. Risk 9 cents here, took it down to 20, and then took it down there to 25 cents. I'll take that any day. Could look for a bounce up now towards the 88s to get back in here, and then the risk would be 95s. Seeing the cannabis stocks go down there pretty good amount, man. Looking good. Maybe it's just because they're on my left hand screen here, but ooh, liking this chart here. Just want to see the overall trend. Yeah, you can tell it's been trying to get above this 9140s. Pushed up there to 9130s, rejected pretty hard there. I think one to keep an eye on, but not something I'm trying to trade right now. All right, let me catch up with the chat, guys. I know John's a little busy. Let me catch up with the chat. Roku sell-off. All right, I'll definitely check it out. What's going on, guys? How we doing? You guys have any stocks you guys want me to check out? Go ahead and put them up in the chat. Got a little bit of time here. One that I did see a nice fade on also was AMTD, which is in the same sector as my trade here. Seeing potential VWAP reject for AMD. See what else I have on my watch list that's moving. All right, so CAT or AAL.
Oh my goodness, it's cold, guys. It is
American
cold here in
Airlines.
Texas today, man. It's gotta be like 30 degrees out there, man. My kids
30 degrees, that ain't cold.
Dude, that's cold for me, man, and the humidity makes it cold, bro. Ugh.
You want the 9 degrees?
Bro, get out of here. Get out of here with your Denver self, man. Get out of here with that nonsense, man. It's cold to me.
30 degrees, man.
It's cold to me, man. It's
I
cold
go
to me.
outside in shorts.
I just went outside in shorts and a t-shirt. Look, you guys see me.
Oh, you felt
I'm wearing
it.
a t-shirt here. I got basketball shorts on, you know? Like, come on now, man. It's cold.
You felt that air?
Ugh.
Netron PCG. You can forget about that stock. I won't trade it if you pay me it.
Yeah, I tried trading it the other day. It just didn't work.
Nah, I'll pass on that offer. AMAT with good pullbacks. Yeah, you're right. Look at the daily chart. Daily chart says it all. Good pullback on AMAT. Good call out.
A lot of fades today. Honestly, I missed it. It looks like helping my kids get ready for school, but a lot of fades.
Fades. They came in. That's
Yeah,
how
man.
it is.
Market faded is what happened. Look at the market.
We'll
What's
look
up
for
with the
AMAT
lamb
to come
music?
back.
I don't know, man. What's up with that lamb music, bro?
Ooh. No,
Tesla.
getting big drops there.
Tesla's up. What about Netflix? I'll buy a look for Netflix for a little bounce up here.
Let's find something that's up on the day, now down on the day. I got a red chart, man. Red chart on my watch list, guys. So looking for stocks are short right now.
I'm
Oh,
still gonna wear my
CGC.
Astros sweater, even though they lost.
Man, CGC, that was... Woo! As pretty as it gets today. Alright. Another pretty one, AMRN. That was pretty.
I stopped watching that one as much, man. I used to watch that one all the time.
Yeah,
It
you
went
just
from
have
my
to-
most hated to one of the ones I traded every day, and now I just don't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, you just have to also look at trend on that one. Wait for it to get up, 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 up. When it's extended up, then you can look for it
Right.
on the downside.
For sure.
That one's done me well as long as it's super extended on the daily. And then it usually has a like it drops down all the way to the daily support, then picks right back up to the resistance, and then just drops right back down.
Yep. Yeah, me neither, Netron. I've been in like limbo between like $500 and $1,000 in profit in this account. Can't break 1,000, man. I've been stuck. I don't know. I guess I should be happy I'm in the profit in this account, you know. I think that the last year my trading has been objectively the best trading I've ever done, which is how it should be, I guess, as I get better. But yeah, I've been kind of in limbo between the $600 profit to $1,000 profit level. The highest I've gone in this account, I think, is around 900, a little bit under 900, like 880s. And so I've got very close to breaking that $1,000 level, but just haven't yet. It's a inevitability, though. You know, it's gonna happen. Oh, Leo, man, get out of here with that, man.
Oh, man.
Don't rub it in, bro. Don't rub it in, man. Unless you're in Washington. If you're in Washington and you're a Washington, D.C. resident, I'll allow you to rub it in. But if you're just some random person that is not in Washington, just trying to rub it in, get out of here.
What you think, John? What you think, John, of the bat drop in the chat?
Oh. Hey, you're still mad that your Rays lost, bro. You're still mad your Rays lost, man. You know, that's all I'm saying.
It's all good, man. Good thing is we can't even pay Cole if we wanted.
Hey, wait, who knocked the Rays out in postseason? Who was that?
Hey, the one that made $100 million.
Was it the Astros? Oh, it was, wasn't it, man? That's what you're upset about. I get it.
Hey, we took you to 5, man.
I'm just saying. Hey,
for
look.
20. Verlander makes more than my team, man.
I'm just saying, don't bring Moneyball into this, bro. Don't bring Moneyball into this, man. All I'm saying is that we knocked you guys out of postseason.
Hey,
man, so you can't
all I'm
hate.
saying is
You have nothing to say.
the mattress guy's killing himself today.
Honestly, he is, dude. He bet like 10 mil on that game, bro. I forgot about that. I felt bad for Bregman, though, because Bregman's grandfather died like 2 hours before the World Series, and I think that honestly threw him off a little bit. You saw Bregman wasn't doing great yesterday, so I felt
What's
bad.
that guy's name? Mattress
Mattress Mac,
Let's
man.
go. We're
Mattress
going to
Mac.
Mattresses Max today.
Yeah, Mattress Mac, man. I honestly, what he did though, he hedged himself. And so that's what happened.
Yeah, the single biggest bet in history just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Just kind of show you sports betting.
Yeah, man.
That's how
Sorry,
it goes.
that's
You
wrong.
can't bet with your heart. Just
Hey.
like in trading, can't bet with your heart. You gotta use your head.
Right. Hey, Netron, blame whoever said go Nats. It's their fault. I told you, I'll cry about this all day, man, if somebody keeps bringing it up. I'm in Houston, man. My team lost last night. Nobody bring it up, man. Y'all want me to talk about stocks? Nobody bring up baseball right now. All right.
What about the Expos?
Get out of here, man. Montreal, first time they won. They moved here 14 years ago, man. They're no longer even there, man.
14 years ago.
All right.
All right, guys, let's see what we got here. All right, so we got kind of what I call the first breakdowns, guys. So kind of what I call the micro moves. So now I'm going to be looking for stocks to come back to VWAP, and then we'll see if they hold there. That's going to be the important pricing that you got to watch now.
I'm waiting for Netflix, see if we get a pullback there. We got a lot of fades. The only thing I'm hesitant about is so many stocks have faded already today that I'm questioning whether they're going to fade again if they do pull back to the VWAP here. Watching Netflix, though, PCG faked out a fade, which isn't surprising. Cannabis, I'm still watching LITE here as well.
Looking for a potential VWAP rejection for Square. That would be all the way up there to 62s, 6208s. If I do take that one, it'll be with small sizing, guys, to give myself some room. Let's look around, see what else we have out there. How's Apple doing off of those good earnings?
Yeah, I'm watching BYND Eagle. That one doesn't look bad. Eagles.
Trying to see what Apple's doing right now.
Apple's looks like a symmetrical triangle. It's about sideways.
Yeah, it has
Range
pretty
is
good
narrowing.
earnings. Pretty good earnings. So I was interested to see what was going to happen to this one. Nice range on the daily chart for Apple.
Yeah, we'll see what PBTS does. I mean, volume's been pretty dead and slow for the last day, so I don't know about that one.
You know, a lot of people talk about the technical analysis isn't real. I mean, look at Apple. Look how simple this one is holding the support and resistance on a daily chart.
Well, it certainly is.
That's just pretty.
Right.
That's 4 or 5 days holding a range between what 242 or 243 and 249.50s,
Yeah.
and just staying in between that, like, perfect range.
Right. I mean, look, I could show you guys you guys want to see if technical analysis obviously works. I don't understand why anybody says that. Here's the thing, right? Like, watch. I could show you guys mine. Let me find my trades view.
Kraft moving up there pretty good for the day, guys. KHC, one of the best movers of the day. This one's bouncing back from getting destroyed on the daily chart. This is one I've never traded, but should keep an eye on it.
Tyrell says at least your team didn't blow a 3-1 leading in the World Series, John, against the Cubs. Still hurts to this day being a Cleveland Indians fan. Yeah, I'm sure it does, man.
Ha ha ha. The Florida Marlins.
Honestly, I remember them, man. I used to like their
Game 7, Craig Counsell, Edgar Renteria. I'm mean.
Honestly, I used to be a huge Florida Marlins fan. Like back when their logo was the actual Marlin. I used to be a huge fan for them, man. I used to have that thing, like the thing up in my room, my poster. I don't know why. I never grew up in Florida. You know, I was a child. I guess I just liked their logo, but they sucked.
You wanna know a little secret, John?
What?
I still got a little pro player dirt in the little bag.
That's cool though.
Hey man, that's that nostalgic feeling. I don't got no Yankee Stadium.
Right.
But
I feel you, man. I get it.
I had a football stadium.
All right. I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We had no professional baseball team, man. The closest we had was, Texas.
Yeah, college ball.
LSU. We did have LSU. Now, LSU and Baton Rouge,
they're pretty good.
They go hard, man. Yeah.
All right, guys. Seeing this, definitely this Hines. Biggest
All right,
game
bro.
of the day. Looking good.
Later, bro. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for some VWAP fades, so you guys hear me just kind of talking about other stuff because I'm just waiting for my setups here, so I'm trying to kill the time. Talk about baseball, talk about what sports, whatever. But, yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for AMRN if it pulls back, Netflix if it pulls back, Roku if it pulls back. I got to be quite careful, though, because the SPY has been moving down. It's down to 303.11s now. And if it does pull back, I'm sure the SPY is going to be pulling back as well, and so I have to be a little bit weary of that. But that's basically what I'm watching right now. I'm looking at, Netflix, AMRN, maybe Twitter, maybe cannabis, Roku. You can see these here. You can see CGC down, Roku down, Netflix down, and so those are really the ones I'm watching. AMRN down. Like I said, I got to be a little bit careful with these, but we'll see what we get. AMC. What's AMD doing today? AMD's right at the VWAP here. If I take AMD, I'm going to take a small size right here. Let's see if I can hurry up and jump in before it fades back down. Yeah. Alright, I'm in with 100 shares of AMD. We're just going to have a little bit of fun with this one. It looks like a little fade rejection. I like it because the previous day's close is actually right above it. Let's see. 33.14. Not bad. 14-cent risk. I'll take that.
Hey, Netron, don't get paranoid. Stay in there. Stay in the fight. Sometimes it's going to feel like that, but what you got to do is remember that you don't take trades because they're going to go right or wrong. We take trades because they're part of our system.
Yep.
And if you start trying to make it more than that, that's when you start getting overconfidence and you start kind of losing your system. Remember, I only do the system. If the system works, the system works. I can't be trying to think if it should have been right, it should have been wrong, if this particular stock should have gone bullish or bearish, because there's other traders. And that's one thing to remember, is that other traders come into the stock and they definitely change it, And sometimes the best pattern cannot work out.
Yep. Oh, man. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I'm in AMD. 100 shares. Small trade. We'll give it a little bit of time. See if we get that flush down here.
I was looking for one that got back to the VWAP. Looks like AMD beat everybody else.
Yeah, that's why I took it. I'm in with small share size. So, like I said, I like it because I can use that previous closing price as my risk, which is always a good risk level.
Twitter was impressive today. Didn't expect that fade on it today at all.
Yeah, I'm still kind of watching Roku, see if we get a pullback there. I'm debating on whether I should add to AMD here. I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit here since it got rejected under the VWAP. 200 shares now. Risking about $30 in this trade. I was just looking at the range and realized 100 shares is going to make me like $12.
There you go, Precise. No stress. It happens to all of us. Just focus in. And the real key is not focusing on the energy of a loss, but focusing on how you can better improve yourself. And I like the outlook, man. And what I really like, most people wouldn't, call this part out, but what I really like is try again next week.
Right.
I'm going to spectate now. There's no need to push. If you've had a big loss and you don't feel like you're on top of your game, that's not the time to go ahead and say, all right, well, I'm just gonna keep pushing today, and I'm gonna see what happens on the next trade, on the next trade, on the next trade.
Right.
And that's how you really start getting into what we call the down spiral. The real key is catch your down spiral, wait for the next day, get yourself back into the system that got you to those gains.
Yep. So I scaled into AMD here with 300 shares. I'm going to be using this level as my risk now, this 3307 level, just to keep it small now that it pulled kind of what we call a VWAP fake out fade. So I'm risking like $30 in this trade, but yeah. See what we get with it, but small trade still. Ultimately looking for this 88 level. And then maybe a break underneath that would be ideal, but I was looking for the VWAP to hold right there. It doesn't look like it's going to. Probably about to jump out. I'll let it test that risk level up there though at 08, but looking less favorable obviously now. I'll say this, the music does help kind of calm me down when I'm in this. Broke my wrist, had to get out. Like I said, 30 bucks, 25 bucks, not bad. Broke my wrist obviously though. I took a shot with it, but kept it small at the same time.
Yeah, just reversed.
Hey, appreciate the sub today. We got a lot of new subs today. Appreciate the sub. Can't pronounce that. Appreciate the sub, JD York. Just A1. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome to the team. Yeah, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube, breaking down, you know, all the stuff we do. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you guys watch us for free.
Part of me wanted to take a bigger stock here, but the problem with this is the spread, guys. If I would have to take this, I'd have to take it with such little sizing. I'd have to take it with probably about 50 shares, and I was looking at Shaq for VWAP fade there. But gonna leave it alone. It's too big of a range, too big of a spread. So instead of breaking rules, let's get out of it, look for more of an A+ chart, and keep working along, guys.
Everybody likes the music, man. Appreciate it. I know, man. I'm DJ. You know, my one of my close friends, Kelly, used to call me Jukebox Johnny because I would be the DJ in the car. You know, that was my nickname. That's actually my poker nickname where I play. When I play poker, that's my username is Jukebox Johnny.
You love me, Ray Ray? What happened?
Twitter moving back there, man. I could consider it.
Yeah, it would be the third move. Wouldn't be the fourth move, so it's still considerable.
I think I'll probably wait. I don't know.
Yeah, what concerns me is that high volume spike on that doji at 10:02. It's the only thing that concerns me. But, you know, it could be kind of profit taking at that point. Because we did get a big volume bar at the beginning, that 2940s.
Twitter. I mean, it's up there. This rebound's quick though. I think I'll probably look for more so of a VWAP projection than anything. We did kind of get one with AMD, but
all right, got back to somewhat bullish for Apple. Want to see if it holds VWAP here.
The music comes from Epidemic Sounds. It's a subscription service that lets me play music. It's royalty-free licensed music. But there's the rejection on Twitter. I'll take a small trade on this one if it bounces back up here to 29.15 or so. Yeah, I'll take 100 here, I guess. I have to jump in a little bit earlier like I've been doing, just in case. Never really got my full sauce here with Twitter, but we did get a rejection there. Ray Ray says, of course I do. Missed you yesterday talking about Mitch, but I love Carroll more. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? You know? Yeah, my wife was here yesterday, Mitch. That's what he's talking about. I have no idea, Eagles.
I just thought he loved her.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, man. It's funny. When she's here, it's like the whole stream goes crazy. We got a lot of trolls. We got a bunch of stuff yesterday, man. It was fun, though.
Yeah, I got stuck at work with a snow day.
Yeah, Mitch got snowed out over there, man.
Oh, you had no idea. I had like more than a foot in about 4 hours.
Yeah, that is the song. It's by Dylan Sitz. Rain Check is the name of the song. The last one. This one is called No Clue by the same guy, Dylan Sitz. I'm gonna add 50 more shares here. Maybe try to add another 50 as it moves up to this 15 level. Then just keep my risk here at 19, very tight, maybe 20. But yeah, well, we got a little second here. If anybody wants to use the platform that we're using, there's a lot of benefits to using them, and I think today is the last day of the Halloween sale that's going on with the TEFs and TradeNet packages. And so today's the last day, I think. And during this sale, you can get the intro package for $375. And there's a lot of benefits to that. One of the benefits is that with the funded account program, it comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. You get 14K in buying power. There's also no PDT rule, so it's one of the ways you can get around the PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. And I think that's a huge benefit because most new traders can't short. They need a margin account. They need a request approval for it. It's a big, long process. This is one of the ways that they can short for very, very cheap. And the way it works is it's like a prop firm. So you're paying for an educational package in this case. Again, through my link for today, it's $375. And with that, it comes with the trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks to kind of get your feet wet. And I think that bundle makes a ton of sense. I think most new traders are going to deposit thousands into a conventional platform. And let's be real, they're probably going to lose their first account at least. This is one of the ways that they can spend $375, get to day trade, get to short, comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a paper trading account for a few weeks. I think that bundle just makes sense. Now, of course, I'm biased because I post referral links for them, but you know, I objectively think it makes sense. And so if you want to check this out, I'll post this link here and you can help support us. We do make a commission if you sign up through us. And so, you know, we do try to be transparent and honest about that. And again, we're probably biased because of that. But I think the deal's solid. I think it makes sense. And yeah, if you want to help support us, there's the link. All right, so we did get this beautiful drop on Twitter. I can take half off here. You know, take it slow. Hold 75 shares. Maybe add some back on these bounces. And appreciate the sub, AJ. Welcome to the team, bro. Yeah, AMD faked me out, I guess. And we'll look to add some back here on Twitter. If it gets back up here, we'll look to add some back and just maintain the same risk at 29.20. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I don't even know what snow is, you know? I grew up in South Louisiana all my life, man. I don't even know what snow is. And then the only other place I'm just kidding though. I lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada for a while during the winter time. And so I know what snow is. Don't get me wrong, but we just never experience it here in the South. When it snows here, schools get shut down. It's the end of the world if it snows down here. Everybody's getting in car accidents and stuff. It's terrible. I never really got my chance to add. The highest we got up here is at 2904. I guess I could have added there, but I don't think it costs anything. I think that they have a restriction. You're gonna get hit with fees if you hold more than 20% of your buying power overnight. But I think if you only hold 20%, and so what, 14K, what's 20% of 14K? 20% of 14K is what, like 1,500, 1,100, something like that. Let me see, what's the calculator? So you do 14,000 divided by, or times 0.2 is what it is. Alright, so 2,800, I was way off. I don't know why, I was way off. 2,800, so if you hold less than 2,800 in equity in your trades, you can hold it overnight. And so yeah, so you can only hold 20% of your buying power overnight. If you hold more than that, they're gonna hit you with some fees, and you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure to avoid that at all costs. Yeah, man. So yeah, so if you have the intro package, you can hold, I mean, I can hold a ton of buying power with my account. Like with my account, let's see how much buying power I can hold. I can hold 48,000 in buying power from my account. So I can hold a ton, but with intro packages, you're only going to be able to hold 2,800 overnight, which is still fine. I mean, there's lots of stuff that you could trade with that, but it's not bad. It just depends on what account you have. You find shorting sketchy? I mean, I love shorting, man. I think I'm naturally gravitate towards shorting. I'm just more of a short bias person. I look at stocks like, why are they up this high? You know? Yeah, Twitter's battling this low. We'll just watch the SPY, see if it bounces here.
Nice fade on eBay today.
Also, guys, if you want to use the same scanners that I'm using, you can check out Trade Ideas. Let me see when their test drive is coming up soon, I think. Let me find it. Yeah, I'm just trying to give Twitter a little bit of time to work for me. Trying to be patient with it, but if it continues, that's great. I could add to it and have a risk-free trade with a large, a good risk, but we'll see. Yeah, here's the test drive. It starts November 11th. And so if you guys want the link for that, for the test drive, that starts November 11th for Trade Ideas, I'll find this link. Let me get it up for you guys. So yeah, so here's the link if you want the November test drive link. Again, it starts November 11th, so in a little bit under 2 weeks. Yeah, tell me about it, Alexander. I mean, like I said, that's what you get in the YouTube world, man. Like that's what you get in the YouTube world. You get people that don't even show their executing platforms. They'll just be like, yeah, I'm in this stock. It's like, sure you are, buddy. And that's why we get a lot of hate, is because we just do this all, for real. But
yeah, the one that I have yet to see is someone show their order form.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know anybody, but I've yet to see that, really.
Yeah, you guys.
Reason why? It's because if you are really smart, you can figure out, hey, this guy's about to buy 10,000 shares. Let me wait for him to click, beat him to the click.
Right.
And so that's why they don't do it.
Yeah.
I can just be honest.
Well,
they don't want to lose money.
Right. a lot of the gurus are holding it beforehand. You know, they're holding the stock beforehand. Then they're being like, yeah, I'm short in this stock, and everybody's piling in short, and that's causing momentum, especially with the low float stocks they trade.
Huge accounts that they can average into.
Right. All right, so we're getting a bounce up here for Twitter.
Happens. So they'll be in small share size, and then they'll take a huge share size. It changes their average cost, and then they show you their kind of move after that.
Yeah, it's slightly delayed, Kai, because Trade Ideas makes it a rule for anybody streaming their scanners like me that they have to delay them slightly. So mine is like, I don't know, it's like 30 seconds to a minute delayed. It's not my scanners, the stream itself is 30 seconds to a minute delayed. Alright, so I might add a little bit more here. We'll see what we get. I've already made some money here with, I added another link here. Added another 75 shares. So I'm back in with the 150 shares I was in initially. We'll give it a chance. See if it gets flushed under there. Market's breaking lows. That should be good for me, I think. There we go. There's 5. I don't mind adding a little bit more, especially since I've made some money with this one already. With Tesla. Just kind of giving it that chance to flush back down. Just going to keep that risk up here at like 29.18 or so. Yeah, guys, remember to just hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. And so if you want to watch us, if you want to join us, listen to some good music, watch us day trade, talk about the stock market, talk about other stuff too, hit that subscribe button. We do this for free every day. We're not experts or gurus. We just let you watch us live. Yeah, well, Lexander, it really depends on the latency settings, right? So there's different latency settings. The less latency, the more live, but also the worse quality depending on your internet. So the higher latency, the less live, but the better quality, if that makes sense. So it's all about the latency settings on YouTube as well, is really what it is. All right, well, here's a nice flush for Twitter. Like I said, I'm back in with 150 shares. We're going to give it that chance to break under these lows here, hopefully. Market broke lows too, so that should be good for me. There's 97s. We get down to 96, 95. I'll take another half off here. Try to hold a little bit for a break. Don't want to be too strict with this either, though. I just worried about a bounce right here, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and take half off. I'm too impatient. It's just sitting there for too long. I'll still hold 75 shares, but I basically rebounded from that initial loss I took this morning. We're going to give this last little 75 shares time to work. Like I said, I really don't mind adding back, doing the same thing I did with these last few. There's 95. Maybe I see, fake out. Generally, it's just the platform. Other platforms are going to have more shorts than others, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Story time, Ray? You guys want story time? Alright, here, let me think of a story. Here's the drop. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some part.
Alright guys, not seeing anything I really want to trade right now, just sticking around and waiting.
Alright, my Twitter level 2 and my Tef's level 2 are both different.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
It's probably Thinkorswim.
Yeah, I've been seeing a slight lag in Thinkorswim charts compared to their level 2s.
Yeah, man, it's been like right now it's telling me 95. This one's telling me 97, 98. But this one's actually moving. Thinkorswim's is stagnant and frozen. So I'm guessing Tef's is probably more accurate.
This is my major concern of free commissions. Don't ruin my platform, please.
Yeah, man.
Don't start getting cheap on the data with me.
Yeah, like look, the stock's up here now and it's not even showing it.
That's what I'm concerned about. If I would think where they're gonna lose is their quality. So it's definitely not what I want to lose.
Yeah. I don't mind adding back here and then scaling out again though.
There's a big reason why we like Thinkorswim, guys.
Yeah. Well, Thinkorswim is one of the best resources for traders. You know, it's one of the best free resources. Like Thinkorswim has news, it's got Market Watch, it's got all this cool stuff for new traders to take advantage of, learn from, practice on. On Demand is probably one of the single best practicing platforms for new traders because they can practice on the weekend, they can learn different stuff, practice trading the open in a systematic way, and it's just beneficial for them. But, you know, Robinhood changed the game with free commissions, and it's kind of causing other ones to try hard to compete, which is going to influence the platform in other ways, unfortunately. Yep. Yeah, mine's messing up too right now. Y'all have any suggested genres of music to listen to? My playlist is basically over. I got a few. We got some hip hop here. Let me see. Just let me know if this is too loud because it's kind of a different genre of music. Still waiting for Twitter, see if it can go in my direction. Yeah, that's rough, AZ. I had to deposit like $20. And so I think for everybody it's different. I deposited $20 like years ago, and I still have unlimited free data, or I still have free data and live real-time data on mine. But again, they might have changed since then, I don't know. Alright, well there's a drop down to 90s. Thinkorswim is nowhere near this. Which is, I guess, good. But luckily I'm watching level 2 here.
Yeah.
I guess I'd like to see the motion in the chart. That'll help me determine the trend a little bit better.
It's lagging today.
Yeah. We'll give it a chance to break lows here, but... Like I said, let me know if this music's too loud. I mean, I had to deposit $20, but that was like years ago, and I still have real quotes, so I think for everybody it's different. Just reach out to them. I have a video on how to, like here. You can try to do it through my video. Like, I have a video on how I did it. Sorry, I gotta watch this one real quick. 89s. I'm trying to give it a chance to break, but the level 2 is a little bit behind.
Too bad I'm not Commander in Tweet.
Yeah. There's 88s. Alright, well, Twitter's looking in my direction. Unfortunately, it's hard to watch the move because it's lagging a little bit on Thinkorswim.
It's kind of funny. The other day I saw a podcast named Pump and Dump. I was like, man, that would be the perfect stock market.
Yeah. Honestly,
podcast.
Here, to be fair to Thinkorswim, and I don't know how fair this really is, but Thinkorswim was lagging like this way before they offered free commissions. You know what I mean? Like, Thinkorswim's kind of always been like this. And I think they have more pros than cons, you know, but they've always kind of been like this, you know, to where they lag a little bit. You know, sometimes they're not the most up to date, but they're still the best platform in the game. One of the best platforms in the game, at least. I'm not going to say the best, but one of the best for sure. It's just hard. I'm trying to watch these moves. I'm giving Twitter a little bit of time to break down here. I'm just going to go ahead and get out there. So not a bad little $30 win there for Twitter. With, you know, maximum share size was 150 shares. So not too shabby. I'll take it. But yeah, like I said, to be fair to Thinkorswim, they've kind of always been like this. I don't think it really has much to do with free commissions because they were like this way before that, you know. E-Trade lagged for the first time today? Nah, I can't believe it's the first time they lagged. Thinkorswim is down now? Yeah, mine's completely frozen. Might have to pull out the TEFs.
Dun dun dun.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Alright, let's look at AMD. Let's compare. Well, the ask price is lower than the bid price now on my Thinkorswim, which, unless the stock is halted, is very unusual. So I guess I will pull up TEFs.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's pull it. Let's pull it out. Let's pull
Found
it
a better
out.
way to do this. Let me see. There we go. I can do it like this. I mean, this will work. Kind of pull a Mitch here with my charting.
Bam, bam.
I kind of like how it's organized here. I can get used to this. Doing it this way will work. Yeah, that'll work, I guess. We'll just keep that up. Somebody let me know when Thinkorswim comes back online. The saga of free commissions. Not necessarily. I mean, Thinkorswim's always kind of messed up some, you know. They've always been a little weird, you know what I mean? They've always been a little laggy for sure. Only problem is I don't have my VWAP or anything on this. Let me add a study line. Make it purple. There we go. AMD's getting closer. Roku's getting closer too.
switch to the old setup.
What's up, Adam? What's up, brother? Is it back yet? Nope. Yeah, my Roku.
Twitter's
I'm gonna
coming
restart
back.
my Thinkorswim, see if that.
I don't know if you got out of Twitter, but it's definitely coming back.
Yeah, I'm out. I jumped out a while
Alright.
back.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I was out of there. Let me see if I can get my Thinkorswim back up.
Alright.
That's the problem of being dependent on one specific platform. Like, I've used Thinkorswim for years, and it's just what I'm the most comfortable with regard to charting in general, but we'll see if it comes back up.
Alright. Thinking about maybe reshorting it. Twitter on the pop up to 29.10s if it doesn't get above here. Needs a reject though. Lots of volume coming in there, guys, at 29.05s and 29.09s. There's a big seller there at that 29.09s. Let's see if he gets knocked out. So
Yeah,
one of the
mine's saying
biggest things.
Mine's saying
Is,
Thinkorswim cannot connect to the internet.
Paying attention to price and also level 2. Whenever you see that kind of huge share seller, what you want to do is you want to see his number just get completely wiped out. So that 128 showing up right now on that 29.09, you want to see that just get knocked out. So it goes from 128 to 70 to 60s to 30s, and all of a sudden it just wipes out. It gets absorbed. All right.
So here's a cheat. I log into Thinkorswim Paper, and it's working. And I have real time for Thinkorswim Paper trading. So let me compare it with Roku right now and see how accurate this is.
I haven't tried logging out and logging back in. That might fix it itself.
It's working. So Paper's working on Thinkorswim. I'm gonna pull this back up.
Like that rejection there on Twitter, but
Yeah, so I got this to work for paper trading. So we're gonna use that for now. There we go. There we go. That'll work. There. Alright, that should work. Alright. Well, paper trading is working for me. Let me, again, analyze it with Roku here. Yeah, so it looks like it's working. Paper is. I logged into my papers trading. And I have real-time quotes on paper, so it's working fine.
all right.
What did Etsy end up doing today? Etsy faded a bunch, just like everything else, I guess. Roku's getting closer and closer to the VWAP here. It's just about where I want to take it.
All right, it just saw a big volume spike, guys. Be careful, guys. Just want you guys to be aware of it. At least Etsy all of a sudden just started spiking up. I saw big volume go into AMAT. Big volume go into AMTD. Big volume go into ETFC. So I'm looking for big volume right now.
Yeah, I'm watching Roku. A lot of stuff is down, so we got a lot of downward moves. And so, good way for some pullbacks to the VWAP. We already got a few on Twitter that worked out, but
yeah, Etsy pushing hard there. Might look for a pullback here. See if this stock can pull a red to green today.
Roku's getting closer and closer here. What's my risk though in this one? My risk has got to be huge. Maybe 147.08. So it's like $1.50. It's my risk. Let's try 20 shares then. AMAT, look at AMAT, it's up there.
Yep. Alright. Looking for a pullback here in Etsy. I actually like this. This looks very, very strong on that push there to 45. Looking for a pullback to 44.50s, but it might not pull back. I'm not going to go ahead and chase this stock. This stock has a huge range of a $1 move and 2 candles. So if I'm going to trade this, I need to make sure that I understand my risk and not just trying to jump in at the top. Whenever a stock has a huge range, that's when you need to be even kind of more wary of buying it up at the top and trying to sell it higher, because that's definitely dangerous and the probability isn't on your side. How do we buy pot stocks, guys?
Yeah, I'm looking for the VWAP fade on Roku down to like 144 maybe.
We buy pot stocks, buy them high, sell them higher.
Buy the dip.
Best part is, I'll probably be buying it high anyways.
Yeah.
Looking for a big pullback here in Etsy. Keeps hanging out here at the top. Lots of volume went through there, guys. 6,000 shares at 76. Another probably 6,000 in the 90s. So I feel like this one's about to break out and squeeze here, but I can't go into it here based on just where it is on the chart.
Talking about Etsy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of ripping up there. If it gets rejected, it looks better, I think. Let's see what happens.
It started ripping there. It had 300,000 shit. Almost. What was this volume here, bar? At 153,000, and at the open we got 293,000. So about half the volume coming back in here.
Hey, appreciate the sub today, Jack. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day on YouTube. If you want to watch us, join us again, listen to some good music, watch us day trade at the open, and all that good stuff, hit that subscribe button. If you click the bell, you'll get a notification every time we go live, which is every single weekday morning. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago, so hit that subscribe button, guys. Yeah, well, Mitch is over there in Denver, man. I'm jealous of him, man. I'm over here in Texas. Yeah.
Good old Texas.
Good old Texas, man. Talking about freedom, restricting your freedoms. You know?
All my exes stay in Texas.
Texas is all like, oh, freedom, yeah, Texas. But we're not going to let you do what you want because, you know, politics, you know. It's just, like I said, I got 2 kids. Risk reward's just not good enough for me.
Can't you not even buy liquor on Sundays?
Yeah, not in Louisiana, man. Louisiana, I could go buy daiquiris on Sundays. In Texas, you got to go to a liquor store, and they restrict it on Sundays, I think. But I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
But freedom. You know,
San Antonio supposedly has a law that there's no liquor or hard liquor sales on Sundays.
right. But
I'm
freedom
like,
though.
man,
You know,
I'm
but
like,
freedom.
from Texas? No drinking?
But freedom though. You know, freedom. Yeah, yeah. That's what they say. Freedom. Yeah. You know. That's
All right,
what's
guys.
it's so hypocritical. That's the frustrating thing. But Roku's
Thinking
going in
about
my direction though.
thinking about taking a red to green move here, Twitter, at the VWAP. It would be a VWAP bounce play here, guys. Push up 29.20s, pull back to 29.10s. Risk would be 29. Be a 10-cent risk for a potential move up there to 29.40s. So 30 move up. Not really a trade that I'm used to taking, so a little slight hesitation there. Where you want to get in there is 29.10s.
I'm
So
trying
you
to wait
can
for
have
Roku.
that 3-1.
Roku's testing the whole dollar now. We'll see if it can actually break. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm from Louisiana, man, where we sell daiquiris on. You know, you can go to a drive-through for daiquiris, man, in
I mean,
Louisiana.
I'm from
Yeah.
Miami. The liquor stores just don't even close.
Right.
24 hours a day. Come
Right.
walk in. Come grab a bottle of Jim Beam.
Yeah. I was born an hour from Bourbon Street, man. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that right there says it all.
But in Texas, 4 hours to the west. You know.
Hey, like I said, all my exes.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just hypocritical, man. It's just like freedom. You know, we're about freedom. Vote for me because we believe in individual freedom. Oh, but you want to smoke weed? You know, you want to buy liquor on Sunday? No can do. You know, of course, alcohol is legal, but we're just going to restrict you on that. You know, dumb. But freedom, though. Freedom, though.
You crazy gunslingers.
Right. Freedom, though. You know.
The story of the life, man.
And it's tough because it's like politically speaking here, you know, the only real way to get it in Texas is if we had ballot initiatives, which we don't. We don't have ballot initiatives in Texas. And to be honest, I don't necessarily want ballot initiatives because, you know, a lot of times people's votes can be very emotional based on things, right? And so sometimes I understand the legislative process in that regard. But, you know, in this case, I would love a ballot initiative in this case, but that's never going to happen. You know, Texas is weird like that.
All right, Johnson, what do you think, man? I'm looking at two kinds of trades here. I'm looking at UAL, United Airlines for VBAP reject play here, coming up here towards that 9110s. And then I'm also looking at a potential play ETFC, and that would be another fade. That one's had a big bounce back, so you could kind of measure risk here near that 63 level. So it'd be about 20-cent risk for a 40-cent move down. But it'd be a pretty big move to expect on the downside. Do you think the stock is good on the daily chart to pull back some? But how far are we going to get to? Or if we're going to get to that 40? I think the SPY is still red, giving us a little signal. But really what's going to happen is we're going to get near support, and that's what we need to see what's going to happen there. Like I said, 300 key price point. Even though we're going down on the 15-minute chart, we're starting to hold here and created a bottom-looking chart here with that inverse hammer there on the SPY right now on the 15-minute chart.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the SPY. I'm still holding my little shares of Roku. Somebody said, I mean, there's other states to live in, of course, but to be honest, and I actually like Texas. Like, I like Texas, good economy here. You know, I'm for Texas, don't get me wrong. I just think they're hypocritical in some regards, but it's fine. You know, it is what it is. I'm not going to move out of state so I can smoke weed, you know. Although I have thought about it. You know.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Right, man. I mean, like I said, though, I have 2 kids. I'm not going to uproot them, and, you know. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I believe that way. Honestly, I have too bad of anxiety to really smoke weed, though. Like, I get too nervous, man, honestly. But
it's all good, man. Don't come through.
Right. Alright, so I'm in Roku here. We'll give it a little bit of a chance here. I'm trying to give it time, but the SPY's rebounding here. And maybe I should have taken profits in it already, but I'll just hold the rest break even. I think that'll be an easy way to trade this.
Yeah, for ETFC, the more I see it, the more I don't think it's going to hold here at VWAP. I think it's going to at least test that resistance up there at 41.63. So you at least have to hold up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys remind me if the music cuts off, guys, because I forget about it. Alright. About to get out of Roku here, probably. I guess I'll let it test, but I guess my risk would be the whole dollar now, which is fine. What is 1600, man? What is that, man? Are you talking military time up in here, bro? I'm live from like market time. Specifically, I'm live from like 8 o'clock, 8:15 to about, 11 a.m. market time, sometimes a little bit later. Live stream will generally last about 3 hours. I'm not going to stay on here all day, no. No, sir.
Alright, guys, seeing a pretty good bounce there in the SPY. I think the big important price point here, guys, is to see if it's going to hold above 303. I mean, this is a small bounce relative to the move that we got in on the first 5 15-minute candles, which were straight red. So it's okay to retrace some. I think over 303, you'll start getting bullish again. And if it rejects off that 303, we might be able to try that 302. So like we talk about, guys, figure out those important price points you want to watch for, especially when it's talking about the overall market, so that you can determine trend.
Yeah, I was just messing with him. I know he meant basically the market hours. Am I going to be open until the bell rings this afternoon? And I'm not. I'm probably going to close it down pretty soon.
Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. I'm not finding anything much here, guys.
Here's the Roku squeeze up. Like I said, I'll let it test this whole dollar, and then if it breaks it in any significant way, I'll just get out. I'm going to go work on my system, which usually starts at 10, which is why I kind of take trades small up until then. But the system is going really well. Like I said, I tried to kind of break it down a little bit on stream today, if you guys caught that. I'm not sure what time it was that I broke it down. But I broke it down a little bit, and I'll be putting out another video this weekend, really kind of going a little bit more in depth with the system, because basically it's a scaling and scalping system, and it works really, really well. At least it has so far. Still not a huge sample size for it yet, but again, so far every day this week has been green. Last losing day was Friday, and like I said, it's been working out really, really well. It's starting to become easier and easier for me to do these trades too and to profit from it. And like I said, I'll be putting out a video this weekend really breaking down and going a little bit more in depth with the system. I put out one last weekend as well, talking about the things that I've changed. But I'm going to be putting out a little bit more in-depth video this weekend as well. So oh, we got story time, bro. My bad, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Come on, John.
I'm slacking over here, man. I'm slacking. Story time. Story time. Let me think of a story.
Should know that.
I should, man. Okay, I got a story. Once I get out of Roku, I'll do story time, and then we'll close the stream down. Because Roku's testing my whole dollar risk level, but it's getting rejected there, which is great. We'll see if it continues to hold or not. I'm just going to hold my little 20 shares and see if we can get that bigger move here.
All right. You in a trade, John?
Yeah.
Okay. No stress.
No, look at your Discord, bro. Yeah, you can learn about it. Here, I'll post a link from this weekend's video that kind of breaks down some aspects of the system. We're down to 65, which is better. But yeah, here, let me post this link. It's from this weekend's video that I put out this weekend about the new system. Here, let me copy it. Here you go, bro. Here, check out this video, Lexander. I'm just going to call you Santana because I think that's cooler. Ray Ray's telling Mitch to do story time.
What?
Oh, here. Yeah, I'll throw Mitch up for a little bit.
Alright guys, if you guys want to go ahead and check out this platform that we're using here, guys, this is Tefs Traders. This is through our broker TradeNet. And so one of the biggest things with TradeNet is that they offer packages that can give you buying power on the intro for as little as what was the sale right now for Halloween?
$375. You get the intro, their base package.
Yeah, $375 right now for the Halloween special. This can give you a buying power of 14,000. What I really like at the end of the day, guys, this is a high quality platform. You know, today we had a little bit of our struggles with our free platform, Thinkorswim, but that's going to happen sometimes from a free platform. You know, this is a kind of a paid platform. It's not really high priced. I think for the month it's about $15. And what I really like about it is the high speed effect. This is just as good as another, to compare it to another speed platform, which would be DOS Pro Trader. And what I really appreciate speed when I'm day trading, and I love seeing that the kind of match of the charts to the level 2s to the time and sales, and that's really important. You need a low latency program to do that, and I think that's where Thinkorswim runs into trouble sometimes. It's not as low latency, and so the speed and of course kind of the heartbeat at the bottom, the milliseconds that you're getting your data, is not going to be as fast. So I definitely liked Tefs Traders for that. It gives me an ability to short stocks like I did today on ETFC. This is a stock that majority of brokers, you're going to have to borrow shares, and I was able to tackle down this stock today.
Yep, and there's the link if you guys want to check it out for the Halloween sale. Once I'm out of this trade, I'll do story time. I'm just waiting for myself to finish this trade. Yeah, there's the link right there. But yeah, give me a second. I'm still in this trade, as you guys can see. Kind of waiting. Let's see what we get here. Like, if you guys want to see it. Trying to give it some time. Might get out here though if it breaks my whole dollar risk. It keeps kind of bouncing up on that 145 level. We keep getting rejected there though. It's very interesting. Alright, so we're at the whole dollar. I gotta be very careful. I might just jump out here so we can do story time because we're getting pretty close. I'll give it one more second to possibly reject. Getting close. Yeah, I'm just going to jump out here. So anyways, that kind of aligns perfectly with story time. So we'll go ahead and do story time today. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Anyway, so back to story time. It's time for that great time that everybody loves in the beginner trading stream, story time. Alright. Now, today's story is about when my daughter was a very young child. My daughter must have been 2 years old, maybe a little bit younger, a little bit older than 2 years old. And we were at this is when we lived in downtown Houston. We were living in downtown Houston. And so this was like 9 years ago. And in my daughter's room, we had this really big TV. It was like, you remember those big old box TVs that were like 2 feet thick? And they kind of had a VCR, or they had like a DVD player, like a VCR built into them. Well, like my daughter had one of those, right, in her room as a 2-year-old that she used to watch Disney movies on as like a child, right? And again, this is almost a decade ago. This was a long time ago. And so, right about the time that my daughter started actually being able to get out of her crib, right? This was when she started to kind of maneuver. She was getting kind of old enough to where she didn't really need a crib. It was kind of in between. But she found out a way to like get out of our crib. She like, jumped out of that crib. She escaped the crib. And so one day in the middle of the night, we have a baby monitor. And this is before we actually have a monitor. And this is like a video monitor like we do now because technology's improved. But this was back when we just had a sound monitor. So all we could really do was listen. And so anyways, it's like 10 o'clock at night, maybe later. My wife and I are kind of hanging out, chilling in our room, and we just hear a loud bang, or an and I dart out of the room because it's like I just hear this faint, and I hear a loud bang and then a faint, or whatever. And so we run into the room, and this TV, it looks like it's like laying on top of my daughter. My daughter's hands are like flailing around and stuff. Luckily, it wasn't actually laying on her. What happened was the TV fell on the ground, and then she kind of got scared and fell back, and then the TV kind of fell on her hand a little bit. Not hard enough to really hurt her. And so I like throw the TV off of her, and I pick her up, and luckily she's okay. But we still remind her about the time that the TV almost crushed her. And that just goes to show people nowadays, they take flat screens for granted here, because back in the day, TVs used to be like 2 feet thick, man. These things weighed like almost 100 pounds. No, that's an exaggeration. These things weighed like 50 pounds, man. These things were heavy. And so that was the day that the TV fell on my daughter. But she's fine. She's okay. Never really hurt her. Like I said, it kind of rolled onto her arm a little bit. It hit the ground. Most of the force was bang on the ground, which was the bang we heard. And then she got scared and fell back, and it kind of rolled over on her arm. But I immediately picked her up, and I started quizzing her on things, because naturally we didn't know what happened. I didn't know if it hit her head or anything like that. And so I'm like, "How old are you?" And she's like, 2. And I'm like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Medicine." Like a little 2-year-old. And luckily she was fine. I said, "How many fingers am I holding up?" She says, 3, so forth and so on. And she was okay. And that's the end of story time today. The end. I don't know if it was a Minnie Mouse TV. I think it was just one of those big, I remember it was gray. This thing was like this thick, man. It was huge, relative to the TVs nowadays that people take for granted. This TV was big. That's how the TVs used to be. And then ever since there, we took that TV out of her room, and she just didn't have a TV in her room, because basically what happened, like, she had a crib that she jumped over. She had a crib where she like bungeed out of her crib and like got down, and then she started like messing with her TV, and then it just fell on her. All right, my 3 weeks old daughter just wants to lie on my chest all the time and wakes up as soon as I lay in bed. Yeah, man, that's exactly how they are too. Just take advantage of it. There's some bit like really young infants, they sleep all day, and so you'll get a lot of free time. They're very easy to take care of, but once they start walking, that's when the trouble starts. Once they start walking, like they call it terrible twos for a reason. It's because they're mobile. They can move around, they can climb out of their crib, they can do stuff. That's where the trouble starts. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Small losing trade on Roku here. I'm going to go work on my system, guys. If you guys want to follow along with how we do, I'll post our Discord link here. I always post my entire trade log. As you can see, I record every trade I get into as well. And so let me find yesterday's trade. Yesterday's trade is right here. So like I said, I record all of these trades I get into after the stream. I'm just legitimately working on my system. And so, like I said, if you want to see the trade from yesterday, here's the video. You can see me. No. Ended the day up $73. As you can see there. Look, we can fast forward. That's it. You know, rewind it. You can see me getting into the trade or starting to get into the trade. You can see that's my total P&L on the day, and then you can see my entire trade log here when I'm taking pictures of it so people can see it. So you can see my entire trade log there too. So that was yesterday. Ended up a small amount. We'll see if we can break that $600 level today and keep pushing. But like I said, if you guys want to follow along with how I do after the stream, I'll post this Discord link. I've been working on the system kind of by myself so I can focus a little bit more and not have too much pressure on me during it. And eventually I'll do it on stream. But for now, this is what I've been doing. So there's the link. If you want to check out our Discord, join it.
All right, guys. Like I talked about, watch that SPY. Big price point coming now. 303s went up there to 302s, 99s, and just stopped there for a second. That's what I'm really paying attention to, guys, to see if we're going to get reversals here or if we're going to get it continuously move down towards the 302. I'll continue watching that. I'll let you guys know if I do get in any other trades. I'm going to be really patient about this. It needs to look almost exactly perfect to the system. Reason why is that I really don't want to try to go ahead and ruin profits. One of the best things is if the chart's not there, guys, it's more than fine to call it a day and get on out of here, look for another day.
Yep. Jago says, I once saw a TV falling off the shelf on a ferry on storm weather in the Mediterranean Sea. That's rough, man. Yeah, man. TVs used to be big and dangerous. But yeah, also, guys, if you want to check out Trade Ideas Winter Test Drive is coming up on the 11th. And so that way you'll be able to test out Trade Ideas for a week for very, very cheap. And so if you have ever thought about using Trade Ideas, in my opinion, they're the best scanners in the game. And you want to get ready for this Winter Test Drive, there's the link. You can sign up a little bit early and check them out. Great way to help support the channel as well. Again, if you want to use our platform, there's a lot of benefits to using them. It's a pretty high quality platform itself, but you get to day trade with no PDT rule, actually short stocks with their base package is $375, and I think today's the last day. And again, once you're approved for the funded account, after that, you get $14,000 in buying power to trade with. You get to short stocks. It comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account, and it's just a much cheaper way for new traders to get started. Instead of depositing thousands, you can just pay $375, get your feet wet, learn how to trade with a live account on a good platform, and actually short stocks. And so there's the link if you want to check that out.
Yeah, man. Twitter, that red to green move.
Yeah, man. I got out of it, bro.
I gotta practice more red to green moves.
They've been working, bro.
Dale right says there, that was a good one.
Yeah, man. Dale says, does Thinkorswim have a record option? I don't think it does. OBS is not a platform. OBS is this right here. So, like, if you look at what I'm using here, this is OBS. You know, this is OBS, which is just what I use to record all my trades. It's just a free recorder that almost every streamer uses. So that is OBS. Yeah, and TraderView is just this. TraderView is just this, where you can see your stats. You know, like that's just TraderView. So there's a few different options you could use. But yeah, like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so if you want to help support our channel and what we're doing here, we do this live for free every day. We don't sell a course or anything like that. Of course, we post referral links as a way to supplement our income here. But we just let you guys watch this day trade for free, walking you through our thought process, showing you what, you know, the strategies that we're using, win or lose. And we hope you appreciate that. So if you want to join us again, listen to some good music, watch us day trade, have some fun, talk about the stock market, hit the subscribe button. If you click the bell, it'll turn on notifications and you'll get an alert as well. And so check those out, guys. Again, if you want to sign up for our platform, the link's in the chat. If you want to sign up for the winter test drive with Trade Ideas, the link's in the chat. I'll post our Discord link one more time if you want to keep track of how we do after the stream. And yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good day. Later, team.